Well, hello there, everybody. How's it going? My name is Strong K, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of How Does That Play Out? Today, I want to take a look at Robot Vacuum Simulator 2013, which is the latest installment of the Robot Vacuum Simulator series by Stolidus Software. They have actually generated some buzz within the indie game scene by releasing the Robot Vacuum Simulator 2012, and there was some speculation, within the indie scene whether or not they could actually maintain this level of dedication towards like simulating a robot vacuum cleaner without having to go like commercial and charge it. And this is just in so. Basically, they were able to, release this game for free, which is, the scene went crazy over this, and there's a huge buzz that was generated about the fact that, this game is actually this is freeware. It's not even free to play. That was also like in the mix. People were actually arguing whether or not this would be like a free to play model of business, but it's not. So let's get right into it and let's get started with the campaign mode. So you can see like there's different modes. Basically there's a campaign mode and there's a dual mode. Well, we're going to talk about the dual mode later. Let's get started with the campaign mode, which is right here. So yeah, this is our robot vacuum cleaner. Controls are fairly easy. You can see that there's like a slight okay, there you go. Because the game is like very, very hardware hungry, so the scrolling is not as fluid as it might at first seem. But there you go. So we control this robot vacuum cleaner, and basically we have to clean the apartment of a unnamed person. And I'm gonna, get into that a little bit later on in the video. But first, let's talk about the game mechanics. So you have actually different within like one map, and that is something that I really like about this game. Within one map, you have different types of terrain, really. So the living room is sort of like hardwood floor. Laced with obstacles such as those, I don't know, audio towers slash wire towers, I don't know. And now we're actually vacuuming over carpet, which is, I think, and this is something you will notice throughout the game, actually, that the level of realism they made to maintain, while not sacrificing anything to the fun and the playability of the game, is simply remarkable. And that's something where this game actually stands out, because more often than not, with all those simulation games out there, you're like, oh, wait a second, I got like a bus driver simulation. How ridiculous is that? Because it's simply not possible to incorporate, or it's very, very hard at least to translate the quotidian life of a bus driver into a video game, while at the same time, rendering this experience a fun thing to play. So you have like a challenging experience and have the game being fun. So this is totally something that they nailed here in this game. Let's actually go for this lint right here. And I think we got it. So like I said, just like in real life, and those of you who have actually a robot vacuum cleaner at home can relate to that. There's no HUD, there's no score, there's no life points, there's no health bar whatsoever. It's just you and the dirt, basically. Wait, was there like a patch of dirt? No, that's just a vase. Okay, see, this is what I mean. But by just like double checking, making sure you move in a similar fashion, as a real robot vacuum cleaner would, and that is kind of remarkable, because they make you play in a way, unconsciously, so to speak, and behave like a real robot vacuum cleaner. So hats off to that, really. So I think for us it's time now to leave the hardwood floor and actually map out it's like the way we want to progress and like to clean the apartment. So I think we're gonna the kitchen is up next, and you'll see how they managed to introduce that into the gameplay mechanics. So you can see right now, you can actually see that you have a threshold here, and there's actually some Did you see that? So and now we're in the kitchen. So there's like in each map, like I said, there's different floor types, and they are marked like the the transition between different floor types is actually marked by thresholds that do have a physical impact on how the vacuum cleaner behaves, like how it controls and how it interacts with the world. So that's like, you know, again, and in keeping with the balance, like the balancing between playability and level of realism, like the simulation aspect of this game it's really remarkable. And you can see right here, like, you know, especially underneath chairs, it's like a classic example of something like terrain that's really hard to navigate for those robot vacuum cleaners. And you know, you just re-experience this in this game. So it's really fascinating. Let's actually go for the lint or for the dirt right next to the refrigerator. So, and also you have all the household appliances that you would find in a regular kitchen, you have here. And you know, they usually, oh, do you see that? Do you see that? You know what that is? Because usually fridges have like a reflecting surface that makes it very, very hard for the sensors of the robot vacuum cleaner to navigate. So again, like not only is this translated into the gameplay mechanics, you know, in the fashion that is not only fun, but you know, you also recognize that there's something going on. You're like, oh, what the fuck is happening now? Oh, well, it must be the fridge, right? So I really like that. Okay, so now we're back on the hardwood floor. I don't know if you noticed that, but there has been another threshold here, and we can actually choose no, so it's not really that linear. Let's go for the bedroom first, and then later take on the like for the finale. Let's go for the bathroom, which is really cool. Okay, so this is somewhat tricky because also in the bedroom we have hardwood floor. That makes it kind of hard to distinguish from the living room. However, it plays a little different because not only is the wallpaper different, but just wait a second until I collect this piece of trash here, this piece of lint here. Right, do you see the picture? That is a clear reference to you know, classic retro gaming and the indie scene in general. So they even managed, if only like hinting at it, but they even managed to incorporate yeah, like a philosophical dimension to this game. You know, not unlike, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but not unlike, I think, a Spec Ops: The Line, for example. So you know, a job well done. What can I say? And that's really like the level of seriousness that you want to maintain, you know, within this specific situation. Let's go for the dirt right underneath the bed here, and that should be it for this room, right? Okay, so let's leave the bedroom, and really, really hard to discern here, just like in real life. Ah, there you go. That's the threshold. You can see it right there. So wait, that's a door right here. So let's move backwards actually. And you know what? This is again very close to real life, and I can only stress the fact that they really managed to pull off like a high level of realism here, because more often than not, and again, if you own a robot vacuum cleaner, you'll know this, that open doors, and especially the rectangles that they form, are they're a trap for those vacuum cleaners. And you know, you'll find your vacuum cleaner, if you own one, trapped in one of those rectangles, you know, going back and forth, not knowing where to go. So we have, okay, now the shower. So we have two pieces of lint here, and that's like, again, something that I like. While maintaining this high level of realism, you know, the game sort of doesn't take itself too seriously, and has you collecting lint in the shower, which clearly is would not be the case in real life. So you know, I really like that because it's sort of like a nod and like a wink, like a secret wink for those of you who are in the know about robotic vacuum cleaning, that couldn't be possible. So that was the campaign mode, Stolidus Simulations. Yeah, the game was by and large designed and implemented by one person, Sebastian Rode Mankseth, which is, I find, remarkable. And you also go like for a change of pace here with the soundtrack, which is, you know, late night elevator jazz. That would be the time you're out while the robot cleans your apartment. So you can see already how also on that level the game ties into this overall arc, this like meta structure or the meta narrative of a robot cleaning your apartment while you're absent. It's like, where would you be? Of course, out having dinner with a friend, with a coworker, while listening to late night dinner or late night cocktail jazz. So I think that's brilliant in that regard, and they really nailed it here. Also with the music, you can see that here, like Money in the Buckets. So they're not cheap here. They actually were able to contract some high-class performers for the soundtrack of the game, which I hope will be available shortly, maybe on Steam, maybe as part of a bundle even. So if you have the chance to pick that up as well alongside with the game, you should totally do that, because it's really worth the money. So yeah, thank you for playing. Thank you for making this game, I have to say. So it's really amazing, and exactly like Robot Vacuum Cleaner Simulation 2012, came totally out of left field, surprised everybody, I think, but yet managed to convince the whole indie scene. So yeah. Robot Vacuum Simulator 2013, highly recommended. As always, you will find all the links in the description if you want. Play the dual mode with a friend. I'm not going to go into that because, I think the game should stand alone on its own, which it does in this case. So, that's going to be that from me. So, yeah, thanks a lot for watching. This is Strong K on Robot Vacuum Simulator 2013. Feedback is always welcome. Leave a comment, subscribe if you will, if you want to. Why not, right? And I'd like to see you soon in one of my other videos. So thanks a lot and peace out.